Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Berta Boy coming at you with the video today. We're going to be looking at my long range shooting setup, the rifle, the ammo, mags, some of the auxiliary components, scope, all that good stuff today. So to start it off, the rifle itself is a Remington 700. Complete custom build basically from the back here. So we have a Macmillan A5 stock on it with adjustable cant, height, length of pull, and cheek riser on it. So really adjustable back here. A lot of your chassis these days have the same kind of features on them, but in the Macmillan stock, I don't know, a little more old school. I like it that way. So moving on from there, like I said, Remington 700 action has a Trigger Tech trigger on it. It's super lightweight, crazy one-stage trigger. Got to be less than a pound on it, honestly. Crazy lightweight. So super nice there. Going on from that, we have a 22-inch 1 in 10 twist Lilja barrel, chambered in 308 Winchester. So honestly, it's a wicked barrel. Prints crazy good results for me. At 100 yards, we're looking at an average of a half-inch group. So really, really nice stuff there. On the front, we have a bipod. It's just a Caldwell 6 to 9 inch bipod. Super cheap, super reliable in my opinion. I've used Harris, I've used Atlas. It's not much different from the Harris, honestly. It's a really good knockoff in my opinion, but it is a third the price. So really good option there. The scope we have on top of it here is the Vortex Razor Gen 2. It's a Milrad. It's a 3 to 18 by 50 option. So pretty nice scope, really heavy. The glass quality is really nice, but definitely not something I would take hunting. I'd leave it on a target gun kind of like this here. The gun itself weighs about 10 pounds. The scope is 3 pounds. All kitted up the way you see it with a mag in it full of ammo. It's almost 14 pounds. So definitely a heavy gun, but the weight does come in handy. I can spot my shots at 1,000 yards even without a muzzle brake on it. So it is pretty cool to have that ability there. Moving on from the rifle though, the ammo I'm using is hand loads. So we have 178 grain ELD match bullets from Hornady. We have Varget powder. I use 44.5 grains. That's a pretty hot load, but I'm comfortable with it. I don't get pressure signs crazy, just the odd flattened primer. So not too bad there. CCI bench rest primers behind those. For magazines, I have Accurate mags and I do have Magpul mags. I use them both. Magpul mags are quite a bit cheaper, so I tend to buy those. Accurate mags are nicer, smaller, in my opinion, better, but they cost $100 a piece. So a little extreme in Canada. For the rangefinder, I use a Nikon 4K rangefinder. It does a really good job. It can range trees out to 3,000 yards, 4,000 yards on reflective stuff like buildings. For what I use it for, 1,000 yards, 1,200 yards, it's perfect. It does have the angle calculator inside it, so if you shoot at an angle, it'll tell you the true range and not the range you're seeing, so that's kind of cool. If you do lots of hill climates and prairies and stuff like that, it can come in pretty handy. So that's the rangefinder. The rear bag I use is just a bunch of socks that are kind of put together and then one big sock on the outside to hold it all together. It's pretty cheap, basically free, easy to make, super maneuverable, super lightweight. You can do the same thing as any other bag with it, lots of positions to put it in. So that's the sock there. Yeah, but that's the basic rifle build. The ammunition I'm using, some of the auxiliary components. I do have a spotting scope as well. It's the Vortex Viper 20 to 60 by 85. And that's what you guys looked at the beer can through yourself. So it's a pretty good spotting scope, does the job for me. I have a little phone adapter for it, so I can bring you guys along for those videos, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. If you want to see more like this, let me know. I can showcase some more of my guns here and take them out to the range and do some long range, do some fun shooting, some groups for you guys if you want to see that. If you want to see some hand loading videos on kind of how to get started in hand loading and how to build a load for a rifle, I can do all that for you as well. So let me know in the comments what you want to see. But yeah, that does it for this video. I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.